It was the deadliest day in Gaza since the fragile truce was announced almost 3 weeks ago. Hospitals up and down the strip inundated with the dead and the injured. Palestinian health authorities say more than 100 people were killed as a result of the strikes, which rocked Gaza through the evening and into the morning. Benjamin Netanyahu ordering the attacks in response to claimed violations of the ceasefire by Hamas, namely fighters opening fire on troops in southern Gaza, with one soldier killed. The US president was quick to argue the ceasefire wasn't in jeopardy despite those attacks. And News Today, Mr. Netanyahu told him they were coming.
The Prime Minister made the decision with the IDF and then informed President Trump before the action was taken. It was a decision wholly made by the Prime Minister, although he gave the Americans a heads up before it took place.
Now, the Israeli government spokesperson bristled at a question about how people can insist that the ceasefire is holding when Israel continues to launch attacks. Hamas itself has accused the IDF of breaching the deal more than 100 times. It is a valid question, particularly considering that more than 100 Palestinians have paid the ultimate price as a result of these latest attacks. But it really goes to how this ceasefire has been crafted, the leeway Israel has been given to attack claimed terrorist targets when it perceives there to be a threat, all with the approval of the White House and under the watchful gaze of the US military, with a new command centre set up around 40 kilometres away from the Gaza border. We were in Gaza yesterday just before these strikes began, and a senior Israeli military official said that US supervision hadn't really had much of an impact on how Israel is going about its efforts inside Gaza. There are also comparisons to be drawn here with the ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon, with Israel accused of breaching that ceasefire hundreds of times over the course of the last 11 months. That's not to dismiss Israel's claims of Hamas violations, particularly with video like this released by the Israeli military, claiming to show Hamas members staging the discovery of human remains during searches for dead Israeli hostages. The Red Cross, which acts as the intermediary between Hamas and Israel on exchanges, has hit out at the incident, saying it was unacceptable a fake recovery was staged. It all goes to show that any claims that peace had descended on Gaza in recent weeks were dangerously premature, and even with a relative calm now returning to the Strip, that situation can change at a moment's notice.